What is up, guys? Beveraggi here, and it's long overdue for me to check out some hip hop, a full hip hop project with some more to come, by the way, here on the channel. And I've always planned to. It's always been my intention to start with Mac Miller. I've long been aware of Mac's impact, tons of praise that Mac gets from his fan base and from the music community in general. I mean, even over the course of having this channel for a couple of years, I've actually gotten quite a few requests, and people reach out to me telling me you really should check out some Mac Miller, you really should check out some Mac. And somehow, some way, I'm going into this pretty blind. The only familiarity I have with Mac is My Way, the feature on the Ariana project, and I heard like a little bit of Self-Care, and it was back when, unfortunately and tragically, when Mac passed, and that song kind of made its way in front of my eyes as lots of tributes and lots of things and videos and whatnot were floating around the internet. And I heard a little bit of that song, certainly not, didn't fully digest it, didn't listen to it in full, and I really haven't heard anything else by Mac except for also the other Mac and Ariana song. I forget its name already, but it's on another album, and I know it's a Mac Miller song. So really, I'm like 2 songs deep into Mac Miller's discography, and I know there's so much to listen to, so much to learn about. Again, I know this dude is deeply revered. I look forward to learning more about Mac and listening to Mac Miller's music for the first time. As always, with every single album reaction on the channel, the full uncut version of my reaction to this album is on my Patreon. Links down below in the description. The album we're going to be listening to is Swimming. I did see there were a couple that dropped posthumously, and I wanted to listen to one that was released while Mac was still around. And, you know, assuming that I'm into this, certainly listen to the rest of Mac's projects. I have a pretty decent feeling that I will be into this, just because I just know how much this human is adored, particularly from a lot of people that I personally adore. I will also say I don't know much about Mac's personal life. I know that there was a struggle with substance abuse, and I know that had to do with the tragic death of Mac. So I'll go into this understanding that, also understanding that this album came out, it was released a month before that death as well, so I've got that in mind as well. It's pretty unbelievable, by the way, and surreal and heavy. As I won't waste any more of your time, let's get into this. I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. The album is Swimming. The first track on Swimming is Come Back to Earth.
My regrets look just like texts I shouldn't send.
My regrets look just like texts I shouldn't have sent. We're starting off already, and I feel that's so heavy.
I got neighbors, they're more like strangers. We could be friends. I just need a way out of my head. I'll do anything for a way out of my head.
That I'll do anything for a way. I mean, even I got neighbors, they're more like strangers, we could be friends. I feel like that could literally apply to next door neighbors where you reside, but it could also apply to just the people that are around you, and potentially just saying that they're strangers. This could be a friendship, but I'm just so in my own head. I got so much shit going on, so many regrets is another line to just start off with, that I can't make the most of these potential friendships around me. Like, I'm just not feeling the joy that I need to be feeling, or that I'd like to be feeling. I'll do anything for a way out of my head. To start off the album, and we have a line in there this quickly, and then to know what happened afterwards, that I'm not sure it's gonna get any heavier than that. I'm not sure it can get any heavier than that. There's horns and a bass line, and it feels floating.
Sunshine don't feel right when you're inside all day. I wish it was nice out, but it looked like rain.
Out of his mind.
Gray skies are drifting, not living forever.
I was drowning, but now I'm swimming, right? And this album is called Swimming.
Spend a little time in hell.
so wild because earlier in the album, like, I'm not sure if it's gonna get heavier than I just need a way out of my head. I'll do anything for a way out of my head. And he follows that up with the things I do to spend a little time in hell. It's like he knows he's putting himself there with what he's doing, but can't escape that inevitability of getting to that point because he has to do these things to get through these stressful waters to relief. It's like relief, but also hell.
My regrets look just like texts I shouldn't send.
Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
I got neighbors, they're more like strangers. We could be friends.
Yeah.
I just need a way out.
He's left his head for probably so long, and I guess that coming back to earth is coming down from that high that he's put himself into. The musicality of that song is stunning. From the there's horns and this bass line and this this organ, and there's so much along with his vocals, and you feel like you're kind of floating. There is this swimming feeling, but it's like you're swimming in this really beautiful pond of. It's such a beautiful visual, but to know that there's so much darkness caked around it is, again, the heaviness is wow. For track 1. Track 2, Hurt Feelings.
Yeah.
These beats are gonna mess me up, man.
Turn the ignition, I'm driven and sitting pretty. Listening to Whitney and whipping it through the city, yeah.
Man, that's so smooth.
Putting way too much on my shoulders, please hold me down. I keep my head above the water. My eyes getting bigger, so the world is getting smaller.
Oh man, yeah.
But that only made me crazy.
There's a little bit of flexing here, but there's also a reference back to the first track with I Keep My Head Above Water. There's my eyes are getting bigger, so the world is getting smaller. I feel like that is a result of being driven, having goals, getting money. The world's getting smaller, you're kind of seeing more of it. So I feel like when you're distanced from it, it just looks smaller, as opposed to like the less of it you see, sort of, it just seems so huge and unwalked on, like untraveled for you. My mama told me I was different even when I was a baby. Yeah, I've been about this.
Mama told me I was different even when I was a baby. That Mercedes through the PA when I pull up, sounding like a concert or a monster truck. I'm tripping, but I'm falling up. That's just a game. Everybody tripping, throwing it away. We was getting lifted, now we getting paid. Shame on you.
Yeah. So is the shame on you, like, not taking advantage of your opportunity? I feel like he's directly referencing the game. Everything is strange. That's just the game. Everybody tripping, throwing it away. I mean, you're tripping if you're throwing away your opportunities. That's not going to be me. My mama told me I was different. So my eyes are getting wider. Someone that has wide eyes, has their eyes on the prize, has, their eyes on whatever their agenda, whatever their goals are. So Mac's not gonna, like, he was getting lifted, yeah, but now he's getting paid, man. Like, he's getting that money. You know how wild it is when you're not a fan and you know the impact. Obviously, there's details and so much more I need to learn about having not listened to the music, but even having not listened to the music and to understand Mac's impact, that's how you know. Same thing like Nipsey Hussle. I haven't listened to Nipsey Hussle, but I understand the impact. I'm the biggest Kobe Bryant fan in the world, so obviously I'm deeply embedded into what the impact of Kobe was. But even the people that didn't fuck with Kobe, didn't know who Kobe, you know the name, you know the impact. You didn't watch a single game, you still know the impact. It's that kind of impact, and that's I'm feeling that through listening to the song for the first time ever.
Down go the system, lawn to the king. Turn the power off and get your water from the spring. I'm bringing everyone with me when shit get iffy. I give 150%. This is the shit that I'm dealing with.
There's something like there's bars in here that aren't, mind blowing, but Mac's got this really just cool flowy. Flowy flow is kind of a dumb thing to say, but it's a flowy flow. It's like It's very, I feel like, not to play into the title too much, but I do feel like I'm swimming. I feel like Mac's swimming on this. It's really nice, smooth swimming patterns. And then you combine that with how cool, like this instrumental reminds me of the last one again, where it's just like very vibey, man. You can just bump these and smoke and have a good old time if that's what you're into.
I'm bringing everyone with me when shit get iffy.
Yeah.
I give 150%.
He takes care of everybody. He takes care of everybody.
Wish I forget. Used to be feeling depressed. Now that I'm living, I'm a little obsessed. Yes. Behind jacuzzis, I be hitting the jets.
Yeah.
I'm showing her some love. She be giving me sex. Respect the out of 9. Don't fuck around and be a victim of your pride.
Yeah.
Tell the truth to step aside. I don't got the time to let it slide. Yep, I'm too grounded.
I love that line. I wanted to let him ride that out. I love that line. Used to be feeling depressed. Now that I'm living, I'm feeling obsessed. Now that I'm living, now that I've fully gotten, fully embraced my drive to get what I want, to make great music and to get my place in the industry, make my money. Now I'm feeling obsessed, and I want to keep this feeling. I want to keep, making this money. I want to keep making this music. I want to keep having this career that I've got, that I've earned. High-end jacuzzis is a play off of the, smoke. We got a couple smoking lines already. High-end jacuzzis. I've been hitting the jets. I'm high in the sky, and then jets in the jacuzzis. You'd be in the sky in the jet. Is a cool line, and I like the taking care of everybody line.
I'm too grounded. Push whips that move mountains. New cribs, blue fountains. These are my surroundings. I be going through it. You just go around it, but it's really not that different when you think about it. Change, but
I've been going through it. You just go around it. I've been going through it. You just go around it. It's really not that different when you think about it. Because if you go around it, you're still going through it. You can avoid, the shit in your life that you don't want to deal with, the emotions, the feelings. You can avoid it all you want, but it's there and you're feeling it. He's going through it because he's directly embraced those feelings. It's probably why he's able to make these great songs. But even by you going around it and not directly going through it, you're still going through it. Man, that's fucking clever if that's what he's getting at. Another outro? 2 outros, back-to-back tracks. Is he gonna be an outro king? I love me an outro king, man. What's the use? Track 3. Oh my gosh. Again? You don't hear bass lines on hip-hop albums like this.
I don't need it. There's something about it that just frees me out. I just want another minute with it. Fuck a little, what's the use? Superficial, you won't know it when it hits you. Get a little sentimental when I'm off the juice. Yeah, and I can show you how I seem, what it is, what it truly might be. Nothing that you know of. You don't need to hold up.
Yeah, if we put you in those jacuzzis and those jets.
I'm so above and beyond. You take drugs to make it up, way up where we on. Space shuttle Elon. Time we don't waste much. Fuck when we wake up. Then I have her sang just like Celine Dion.
That 2018 Elon Musk reference. Mac Miller was ahead of his time.
Space shuttle. We don't waste much. Fuck when we wake up. Then I have her sang just like Celine Dion. Catch me if you can, but you'll never catch me. Damn.
Oh, so Celine Dion got fucked over in that top 200 singers list. Mac Miller shouts out Celine Dion specifically. Mac Miller knows who the greats are. He knows who belongs in those lists. He should have made the Rolling Stones top 200. I'm not saying he should have been on the list. He should have created the list, and then we leave the list at that forever and ever. We never change it again. And that way Celine Dion would have been in it. Because he's going to give you that morning, delight, D, capital D, and you're going to be singing like Celine Dion. And if Mac Miller's dick makes you sing like Celine Dion, it's a good thing.
Catch me if you can, but you'll never catch me. Damn. Whole lot of yes, I am. All the way in with no exit plan. Already left and the jet don't land. Yeah, the time is ticking, come take a ride, get inside, this is highly different. I'm talking fly, got a pilot with him. Can I mind my business? Why you tripping? Give me something that your eyes could win. When I had nothing, shit, it wasn't so funny. Made a promise to the homies, nobody go hungry.
Yeah. He's repeat, those sentiments are repeated again. He said that something like that in the last time, that he got everybody.
Made a promise to the homies, nobody go hungry. Put them down till I'm out, and it is what it is till it ain't. You can leave it.
The way he plays with the instruments, hip hop record, song after song after song that you could play in a jazz club. What? No one else that I know does that. Perfecto, which is what this is so far.
It ain't perfect, but I don't mind because it's worth it. Who really has the time at all? It ain't perfect, but I don't mind. Cause on the surface I look so fine. Don't argue to death, pull my heart out my chest. The card is all on the table, I'm calling it. Don't say it, I swallow it. When living off of borrowed time, often I'm on the fence, on the line, adding up what's on my mind. My feet on the clouds, head on the ground.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The week going down, bet you know me now.
So many lines in here about the difficulty just to get words out. Communication bars here. Don't argue to death, pull my heart out my chest. So what? Who has that tattooed on them? Let me know. Someone does. The cards are all on the table. I'm calling it. Don't say it, I swallow it. When I'm living off the borrowed time. Often I'm on the fence on a line. I'm on the fence on a line. Adding up what's on my mind.
I'm treading water, I swear.
This water is swimming.
If I drown, I don't care. They're calling for me from the shore. I need more. Well, it ain't perfect, but I don't mind because it's worth it.
What? That's so. I'm bugging. I'm making something out of nothing. On the surface, I know so fine. And he says that he's treading the water, which means he's on the surface. Like if he's, think of him in the middle of this body of water, and all his homies, loved ones, everybody are like, you know, on the shore, at a distance, and they're all calling out to him, you know, hey, you're gonna drown. You're just there, and then right at the surface, your head's probably just above water. But he needs more. He needs to stay there. He hasn't gotten enough time in there yet. It ain't perfect, but he doesn't mind because it's working. It's like him being barely above shore, almost about to drown, but like kind of in between it, just head right above water, and that's it. Like just a wrong move away from drowning is where he's content. But it's not even content being. It's just it's he's adjusted so much to it. It's not perfect, it's not ideal, but he's really adjusted to it. And there's so many lines, man. On the surface, I look so fine. I think it's I look. It says I know. On the surface, I look so fine. And my head above water probably looks completely fine, too. It's the fact that it could just drown any moment. Treading, because you're treading that water. If I drown, I don't care. Ah, man, Mac. What a visual. And I love that it's such a... And I don't love any of this, and... you know what, certainly whatever it must have felt like for him, but to as a listener, to be able to so specifically visualize exactly what he's saying here is really profound. It's impossible to listen to all that without picturing it for me, and it makes the song hit in such a different way.
Well, it ain't perfect, but I don't mind because it's worth it. Who really has the time at all?
This song represents swimming perfectly.
Perfect, but I don't mind. Cause on the surface I look so fine, but really I'm bugging, making something out of nothing.
I like all these songs so far.
Seen it all unfold, sat back and watched. Knowing time don't give a fuck about clocks until they stop. Bare feet, running late, her car started even though the only thing that she driving a hard bargain. More important is I'm kinda sorta out the door, but she put me back together when I'm out of order. Perfect.
You tell me you love me, spin me around. This is a fucking clock thing he's doing here. You tell me you love me, spin me around. which is what you would do to clock hands. Pretty please pick me up in the air, don't put me down. You seen it all unfold, sat back and watched. Knowing time don't give a fuck about clocks until they stop. Oh, knowing time don't care about clocks, it's humans. Time doesn't care about humans until they stop, until they aren't alive anymore. Oh my gosh, there's so much here. This is a crazy poetic insert into the end of the song here. And there's as much to interpret as there is in these lines at the end of Perfecto. That's the kind of stuff that I'll never get sick of, because you're listening for like a 10th time and you have a different interpretation. You're like, wait, no, maybe it means that. And then you're just sitting there and you're fucking listening to the song all day long. And now you're more lost in the fact that the song itself is just something that you can't kind of get over in a really good way. And all 4 of these tracks have that same just vibey, chill out, think about your own life type feel so far. All right, self-care, speaking about think about your own life, self-care, which would indicate in the title itself that you got some real thinking to do about your own life. Again, as I said in the beginning, this is the only track that I knew of. I'm not super familiar with it. I just definitely heard like some of it. I'll know more once I start playing it, and it goes back to, again, when when we lost Mac tragically and videos were floating around the internet. One just happened to cross my eyes. I don't remember the situation. I just remember the name of the song and it being played. It might have been like in a tribute or something. Switching time zones, but what do I know? He moved, or he's just literally flying around the world. Literally, if you're switching time zones, you're just in a plane flying, spending nights hitchhiking. Where will I just? He's like on the go, traveling, going around. Doesn't even really know where his place is. I could fly home with my eyes closed. I love you, I don't love nobody else. Yeah. Tell them they can take that bullshit elsewhere. I love the delivery on that. I'm treating me. Yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. We're gonna be alright. Bring it back. That's so good. Yeah, I'll be reading them. Whose vocals are those? Those Mac's vocals. This reminds me of like some, I don't know, like some Gambino type of stuff. Somebody save me from myself, yeah. Tell them they can take that bullshit elsewhere. Wow. That somebody save me from myself, yeah, is like in all caps for this whole song. Hell yeah, they letting me I switched to time zone, but what do I know? Spending nights hitchhiking, where will I go? When it kicks back in, and you can find me. I ain't hiding. I don't move my feet when I be gliding. I didn't know. Oh, these outro. There's 2 minutes, so hold on. These fucking outros. Oh my god. I didn't know. Oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. I got all the time in the world, so for now I'm just chilling. Plus I know it's a beautiful feeling. In oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. Oblivion, yeah. Oh, this could be its own fucking song. This could be its own song. Are you kidding me? Does it start like 3:50? This song could actually end there, and it could be a new song. It could be a whole other track. just with this beat, this Oblivion melody being Oblivion, makes me think of, again, him doing all this gliding and flying, and he did so much of it, he got stuck in Oblivion. It's like, makes me think of some Doctor Strange shit or something. But not only the song could be connected, it literally is connected because it's the second half of the song, but it could be its own song. That's so wild that he did a transition like that on a song.
I got all the time in the world, so for now I'm just chilling. Plus I know it's a beautiful feeling. In Oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah, yeah.
There's a little bit of Frank Ocean in Mac too. There's a little bit of Frank Ocean in Mac.
Hey, I ride around my city when I come home. Yeah. The sunset quickly, then get up slow. Yeah. I just connect and upload. Watch it spin around. Got all the time in the world.
It's the best song on the album.
So for now, I'm just chilling.
It has the most streams.
Plus I know it's a beautiful feeling. In Oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah, yeah. Oblivion, yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say that's the best song, but I didn't really notice the streams till towards the end when I was thinking that. I'm just trying to, like, out of sight, out of mind them. They're on the screen, yeah, but I want the lyrics to show up on the screen for you guys, so I gotta keep them open. Usually I hide them, but I want to get all these lyrics in this album. That's the best song on the album, and it's got great I mean, so far I'm only 5 tracks in, and it's close, like, because there's other really great tracks in this album that did a lot of different things to me. Even though I feel like I'm floating on clouds and I'm in this beautiful lake, this still ocean, this entire album. Somehow, some way, those two things are happening. Now, is that the best song on the album? Assuming with all the streams, I'm guessing it was a single. I don't really know. I don't know what Mac Miller songs are singles and aren't. But if that even was a single, to have a single that transitions like that and it's 2 different songs, in the first half and the second half, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in music. It doesn't happen in hip hop. It doesn't happen in pop. Like, to have such a change like that and make it work the way it did. I mentioned Gambino, but now that I'm 5 tracks in, there is a lot of Frank Ocean and Mac. Frank Ocean's one of our favorite artists in the world, with the transitions specifically, the way Mac does his transitions and experiments with the sound in his music and the effects on his vocals. There is some serious Frank in there, and I have not. Zayn is the closest I've found in my personal listening. They use the same producer, so that definitely helps. But Zayn has been the closest I've gotten to that Frank sound. But if Mac is gonna be, like, in that kind of bag, oh my fucking god, I'm almost scared of the possibility of having, like, a new potential top, like, 3 to 5 artist for me, which is a big deal, because if you're in that, I spend a lot of hours per day listening and spending time with you. So, all right, Wings, track 6.
Yeah, wind in my face. Don't stop now when it feels so great. You can run till you slip on the sidewalk in the same bone that you pick on break. That's a motif.
Oh man, that flow is so nice. His cadence on that is so nice. Mac's always on the go. A lot of these lyrics make you feel like he just needs to always be on the go, whether it be physically, emotionally, mentally. There's a depiction of a lot of movement going on here. The bone that you picked is gonna break the bone you picked from earlier on in, that person that was gossiping, or whoever it is, just like can run till you slip on the sidewalk. It's just like really digging into, I feel like Mac's kind of choosing peace here.
I put some money on forever, but I don't like to gamble on the weather, so I just watch. Well, the sun is shining, I can look at the horizon. The walls keep getting wider, I just hope I never find them, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. Okay, so I can see, I try my best not to look ahead, but it's repeated, so I can see that these are my wings. This whole, like, I'm not gonna bet, I'll put some money on forever, but just this sustained feeling. I mean, he's found this place in his life, career-wise, where he's just, it couldn't be better, but he's still going through shit, obviously, as he's explained multiple times in this project. He doesn't gamble on the weather. He's just gonna watch. He's gonna enjoy the sun. He's not gonna put money in and make any bets or gambles on the weather. No predictions on that. It's kind of like life. Life is unpredictable. You don't want to put too much stock into something. And the walls keep getting wider. I hope I never find them. He's about to say these are my wings. So he's flying. He's flying, and he doesn't want to hit that wall because so many of us hit the wall. So many people in life hit that wall. He hopes that he doesn't find that wall. He hopes he just keeps soaring into open air. And that's really powerful. That's really, really powerful, thinking about that free feeling of flying and taking in the sun, just enjoying what you have while you have it. And that feeling.
Moving so fast, the clock looks slow. Water my seeds till the flower just grow. Yeah, love so much that my heart get broke.
Yeah.
I don't really know how the normal shit go. So I guess I just play it by ear. Silence is all that I hear. Listening close as I can. Growing up, 1, 2, 3. Jump. Nobody holding my hand, no. Search the universe with me. Lucifer is human, so are we. All I ever want is what I need, and that don't include your time and company.
Oh man, whoa, Mac. Water my seeds till the flower just grow. Learning, trial by error. Just you water your seeds till the flower just grow. Now you're this flower, but you just watered those seeds. So like you're just kind of experiencing things and going through them as as they're happening. Love so much that my heart got broke. I don't really know how the normal shit go. I guess I just play it by ear. Silence is all that I hear. I play it by ear, but silence is all that I hear, and there's no response in playing it by ear. But I'm not getting a response, even though I'm in this. I'm putting myself in this. And that's the heartbreak as well that I feel like he referenced. Listening close as I can. I'm growing up. 1, 2, 3, jump. Nobody holding my hand. And that's just like, again, that's just the jumping into things. And that's kind of like being fearless with your choices. Kind of because you don't know any better. And there's oftentimes a lot of consequences with that emotionally. I get what I need. That's what trust is a problem. Never knew how. That's why I just keep to myself. I feel like something happened. I feel like something happened with Mac that affected him, and clearly that led him to get what I need. Then I'll be out. He gets what he needs out of the situations, and then he's out. And that's something that he's probably had to deal with, I'm sure, because it's not a healthy way to go about these relationships. But he's open about it. Who can surf the universe with me? Can any of these partners surf the universe with him? Because that's all about in this whole album is surfing the universe. Switching time zones. He's swimming, so he's surfing. He's on the water, right? But it's like the water's in the sky, though, the way he's moving. Lucifer is human, so are we. I'm not fucking perfect. Lucifer is human, so I'm no different than Lucifer. I'm not perfect. I am so far from it.
Follow me, we on the up and up. Remember when I owed $100? Now I look around like, what the fuck? If you don't fuck with me, you fucking up. I know I need to watch my temper.
You fucking up. 30 seconds of just music. We got the outro. God continues his work here. I love that these songs don't just cut off and end. He wants you to feel the song. Let it all sink in. And I say this, and I want to emphasize, I don't know about Mac's, personal life. I don't know details. I know what happened. I know I know cause of death. But I don't know Mac's state of mind. I don't think I've ever even seen a Mac Miller interview. There's a lot of things I don't know. Most of the things I don't know, aside from the 5 songs we've heard here, and again, a cause of death. So I just want to say something as a listener, a first-time listener, and getting into these lyrics a little bit. There's a couple of things, because you can hear this is someone going through things, but you can also hear someone who kind of also loved where they were at the same time. It doesn't sound like someone who wanted to die. And I hope I don't hit that wall. I'm just out here surfing the sky. Like I'm and it's there's a beautiful imagery as well to listen to a song like that and just imagine Mac up there now surfing that sky up there, just living his best life. In that afterlife. But listening to these songs again, it just doesn't sound like someone who wanted life to end, but still needed these substances. Because you go back to track one, I mean, that song is so significant to really get into Mac's mind. He still needed those substances. So, that give and take, both sides. I mean, it really seriously depicts, the consequences of messing with certain stuff, obviously, but also that like people can seem like they're good in their situation, but at the same time be going through some serious shit. And some of these songs, when you really get into them, are some of the best examples of that. So, because again, Mac is talking like he really, 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 like he's like, if you're not fucking with me, then you're fucking up. I used to owe $100, but now I take care of everybody. Now if you're in my circle, like we're all good. Like, you should fuck with me. We're all surfing the sky here. So it just doesn't sound like someone that was ready, and that's so tragic, man. All right, it's heavy. Ladders, track 7.
It feels so good right now, but it all come falling down. When the night, make the light, turn the day.
The night is great. You're having a great old time at night. I mean, I feel like we're digging back into sort of some of the things that we're getting into, some of the things that Mac's getting into. He's flying. What do you say? No matter how many miles it takes, we got to find a way. No matter how many miles it takes, like I'm gonna find a way to find this happiness, whether it be temporary or not. It feels so good right now, nighttime. Like you were getting into it, but when that morning hits, I'm gonna probably regret all this, but I still need it. That morning's gonna come quick too.
Feel it a little, feel it a lot. I'm swimming a bit, but deeper in thought.
Yeah.
Keeping my head on top of my shoulders. I'ma maintain, I'm staying so high. Took the ladder all the way up till we touching the sky. And you know you're dead wrong, you in love with a lie. No matter how many miles it takes, I know it feels so good right now.
What's that song? There's like a song. An older song. I feel like it's kind of playing off of that melody a little bit. You can tell Mac's an old soul, though. I can tell he's super inspired by some older funk sounds, a lot of jazz sounds, definitely. So potentially inspired by whatever the hell song I'm trying to think of right now.
It all come falling down when the night was the light, turn the day.
The horns, these horns on this album, between the horns and the guitars and the organ, the keys, limited synths on this too.
Yeah.
It all has such a live feel to it.
All the lights flickering, hitting the right switches. I'm living this life different and missing the flight. Bullshitting. I had a plan to change. You can't stand the rain. Little delay, but I came and you cool with it. I turned a hotel to a castle. Living like a king for a grand. I don't do nothing that's a hassle.
I turned the hotel to a castle. The hotel, he got the hotel. He kind of made it a castle. However, kind of mentally made it a castle. Even though it only cost him $1,000, which is still mad money, by the way. But for Mac Miller, it's nothing. $1,000 is mad money. But he turned it into a castle, however he did. But it's not a hassle though, because he wouldn't do it if it was a hassle, because it's still temporary. That castle still made a sense, can come falling down. So I'm gonna have my fun in this hotel and make it this castle, but like I'm still gonna know when to get out and when to not mess around with a hassle. The outro king. Fuck yeah, let's get it. These horns on this album. This is hip hop. Sign me the fuck up. I love these outros, man. I'm so alive for these. Again, he just lets you live in the song. He's like, you're not going anywhere. You're soaking this song up. You're going to slip into the sea with me. Let's soak it up. You get it? Because you got wet in the sea. Small Worlds. Yeah. Next track.
I'm building up a wall till it break. She hate it when I call and it's late. Why you always at the mall when you're broke?
That line is so real, man. That line is so real. There's been so many times in my life where I need to ask myself that same question. There's so many people I know that I could have asked that question to many a times in life. But sometimes you just need to get out. Sometimes you need to exercise your mind. Sometimes you need to pretend a little bit. You know, window shopping's a thing as well. It's kind of part of all of that as well. That's a line right there. I gotta clip that. I gotta clip a lot of lines in here.
On the ball, maybe dunk, but I never been tall.
Yeah.
I might trip, I never fall. God knows I came close.
Don't try this at home.
I know I probably need to do better. Fuck whoever, keep my shit together.
I feel like that I like the way he changes his inflection. Like he's done a few different times on raps. He has changed the way, like changed little qualities in his voice that add a different feel to the cadence or the flow pattern. And it's really, really cool. It gives all these songs such a different feel. I Just Want a Ball, I Just Want a Ball comes after the Why You Always at the Mall When You Broke. I feel like he's talking about himself at some point in life. Maybe he just wants the ball, which you can say like, I just want to go to the mall and actually spend mad money. But like maybe dunk, but I've never been tall. You want to play basketball, you want to be able to dunk, but he's never been tall. So he's not tall enough to dunk. He's not rich enough to ball out at the mall. So interesting, man. The way he doubles a lot of these lyrics.
You never told me being rich was so lonely. Nobody know me. Oh well, hard to complain from this 5-star hotel. I'm always in a rush, I've been thinking too much. But keep it on the hush, no one need to know, just us. That's really all it takes. We don't need nothing but today.
So interesting hearing him talk about walls and the size of the world. It's not the first time he's referenced this. I know it's just the name of the track here, but he really spends time on these concepts and gets into them.
She hate it when I call, and it's late. I don't want to keep you waiting. I hope I never keep you waiting.
I don't want to keep you waiting to go to sleep because I'm calling you mad late, but I also don't want to keep you waiting on this commitment because clearly I'm not committing. I know I probably need to do better. Fuck whoever, keep my shit together. That rich life can get lonely. That's real too. Or he's like committal to one person who's maybe they don't belong together. We're playing into like, this is, I feel like, directed at one person. I'm building up a wall till it breaks, right? So this is a different kind of wall. The wall in the other song is the wall he doesn't want to hit. It's kind of the wall of life because of all the success he's had and how great he's feeling with what he's earned. This wall he's building here is a wall that protects him from vulnerability with another partner. He's building it up until it breaks. So he's saying that it is breakable. He just needs this person to break it. He's calling them late. He's probably not calling them during the day and whatnot because he's, again, non-committal. He's scared of getting hurt. Probably, potentially, there's somebody that it's not addressed directly, but like that's what you would think when someone's building up a wall. But they're still calling you. And you know, obviously something's there on their end. They're only fucking this one person because he's like, I probably should fuck whoever, but he seems to be just focused on this one person, even though he's non-committal to them. Like, he's scared of something. He doesn't want to keep them waiting.
I get more peace at slow speeds. Go beat the game, young control freak. It's cold in my veins. I'm below freezing, snow season.
He sounds like a different person.
Don't wanna grow old, so I smoke just in case. She say that I glow below the waist, and the stroke is just so PGA.
Hold on. Let's get into some of this a little bit, because I love to get to some of these bars, and these are just bars that he's doing. He's having some fun. He's being clever. All right, no need for shame. I get more peace at slow speeds. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I got a bad attitude. Play until I'm out of moves. No need for shame. We can take our time. It's all good. Which kind of plays into like keeping this person waiting. Go beat the game, young control freak. Kind of plays into that balling line earlier in the song. It's cold in my veins. I'm below freezing. Snow season made me so like I'm as cold as it gets. They know that I so need my space. He needs a space, and that kind of again plays into this wall that's in front of him. And this sort of non-commitment with whoever this is. Don't want to grow old, so I smoke just in case. I don't even want to touch that line. So, sadly, she say that I glow below the waist. I thought it was grow.
She say that I glow below the waist. And
I think it was glow. She said I glow below the waist. So, you know, shout out to Mac with the shiny cock. And a stroke is just so PGA, which is PGA is golf. And when you stroke, you're stroking a golf ball with a golf club. And when you stroke, you're also stroking with the thing below the waist. So shout out to him for the PGA stroke game. Oh. This is different.
9 times out of 10 I get it wrong. That's why I wrote this song. Tell myself to hold on. I can feel my fingers slipping in a motherfucking instant I'll be gone. Do you want it all if it's all mediocre? Staring at the wall in a wall full of posters. Looking at my dreams, who I wanna be. I guess you gotta see it to believe. Ooh, I've been a fool, but it's cool, that's what human beings do. Keep your eyes to the sky, never glued to your shoes. Guess there was a time when my mind was consumed, but the sun coming out now, clouds start to move.
He wrote this end so intentionally, right? Because he says it himself. That's why I wrote this song, told myself to hold on. 9 times out of 10, I get it wrong. That's why I wrote this. This song's a reminder. This whole song is just a reminder for him. I can feel my fingers slipping. In a motherfucking instance, I'll be gone. I know I've said heavy a lot, but I feel like this album calls for it. And if anything, if there's any massive weight in a line in this album so far, it's right there. I can feel my fingers slipping in an instant, I'll be gone. I kind of feel his regrets here, but he's also a human being. I've been a fool. It's cool. That's what humans do. Keep your eyes to this, keep your eyes up. Keep your ambition up. Don't get too lost looking down into the ground. You can get consumed and all that. Let's go to the next track, guys. Conversation, part 1.
I don't recognize these faces. Yeah, where you from? Who you came with? Started in the basement, made it way above the top. Now I'm in the spaceship. In the spaceship, shit is spaceship.
My man.
Where your life is placed.
My man is up there.
All you do is sit around the house, you getting faded. That ain't entertainment. Yeah. You missing every single shot that you ain't taking.
Yeah. Shout out to Wayne Gretzky. Shout out to Michael Scott. Shout out to Wayne Gretzky and Michael Scott at the same time. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Direct reference right here by Mac. He said like
you missing every single.
You go after the shit you love. Go after what you're passionate about. He's up in a spaceship, and that's what life feels like for him. I mean, Mac's been riding the sky this entire album. He's trying to get y'all to do the same thing.
That you ain't taking. Hey kid, you could use a little bit of your imagination.
There it is, man. Motivation.
Right, improve a life you busy wasting. Said it's your money if you make it. Otherwise, it's just a conversation. Okay, why you always hating? Lacing up my sneakers, I'll be running out of patience. Yeah, it ain't your money till you make it. Otherwise, it's just a conversation.
That's cool.
And the spaceship, shit is spacious.
And the spaceship, shit is spacious. So there's a couple of things here. I mean, it's the very much started from the bottom, now I'm here, right? And it's also started from the bottom and the whole team fucking here. Not, Drake reference, obviously, but again, he's referenced the fact that he takes care of his quite often. So I feel like that's the spacious line. I'm now, like, I was at the bottom. I was in the basement. I was where you are. I wasn't applying my imagination. But now I applied it. I got everything I wanted. I was looking at those posters and motivating myself and seeing everything I've earned. And now I'm up here in the spaceship. It's spacious also. So all the homies that got him and all that. Also, it's spacious just because, like, it's kind of an emphasis on the luxury he's been able to live. And yeah, he's telling his bottom to the top story and trying to get you on the wave.
Everybody famous, everybody wild, everybody dangerous. Get a couple dollars, now they act strangers. Now they wanna give a couple statements. When you really bout it, you don't say shit. Pocket full of aces, take over my city.
When you really bout it, you don't say shit. The real ones keep
now
quiet.
They wanna give a couple statements. When you really bout it, you don't say shit. Pocket full of aces, take over my city, yeah, that's really home invasions. All my homies with me getting busy, no vacations.
They putting that work in too.
But they waving. Stop
Yeah.
boy, you running through your safe.
That's so, man, all my homies with me getting busy, no vacation. Like, they're working too. Like, Mac, I take it here, like, involves his friends in his work. And, you know, they're on the wave, or they're not on my wave, but they wave. He kind of saying that, like, they're not riding off of me. They're not, like, you know, they're not just, like, getting the benefit as a results of the work I'm putting in. Like, they're on this too. They're wavy themselves. It's not just on this wave. I love that song is called Conversation, because that's literally what it is. It's a conversation. I feel like he's being direct. He's not like stunting or flexing on you. He's just telling you like what it is if you apply yourself. He's like, we're not in the same league, and that just is what it is. And my homies are with me, but it's not because they didn't put this work in. It's like, hey, could be you too. That's a conversation he's having there. Dunno, track 10.
We was fucking, almost missed my flight. I wasn't even tripping, I said it's alright.
Yeah?
Yeah. Goddamn, we was hit last night. It's no longer. Let's get lost inside the clouds. You gotta work harder. But I'm taking too long. I'm always taking too long. Baby, we don't need a trip, we could be right here. When the shit get weird, we can switch up gears. I wanna see them lips kissing ear to ear. I wanna hear your song.
There's a lot of fucking smoking being done in this song. I wonder if this is the most high he was when he wrote this song.
Alright, okay.
Yeah. You know he had to outro us. Oh yeah. I really like how that ended. It's not my favorite song on the album, to be honest. I don't hate it. It just probably needs revisiting. I probably do need to listen to it when I'm smoking. I'll say that as well. But yeah, let's go to Jet Fuel, track 11.
Used to wanna be a superhero, flying around with a cape, catching bad guys.
Yeah.
Got my head underwater, but I ain't in the shower and I ain't getting baptized. To the good and the bad times.
Man, yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that cadence by him. I love everything I'm getting on this album. So I don't want this to be like a complaint whatsoever, because I'm so into the sonics on this album and the sounds. I'm curious to get like into more of the rapidy rap Mac. That being said, though, because I know that that's got to exist, right? Because this dude is like a hip-hop legend. That being said, I fucking love what I'm getting on this album, so I don't want to take away from any of it. Used to want to be a superhero, fly around with a cape, like had the dreams of just that. Like every kid, want to be a superhero, and now he's the very opposite mentally. In his head, he's fucking depressed. His head is underwater, which we got so many references to, right? Including in what is definitely one of my top 2 to 3 favorite songs on the album. Which song was it? It was, you guys know, it was the one where I got lost in the lyrics of, was it Perfecto? I don't remember. Where he's just like, his friends are calling out to him from the shore, and he's like on the surface. Reminds me of that song right there. So yeah, he wanted to be a superhero, and now he's just depressed. His head's underwater. He's drowning mentally. How can you be a superhero when you're drowning mentally? You have to be crystal clear. You have to be ready to save people. He's everything but that now in his own head, and it's not a good kind of drowning. He's not in a shower. He's not getting baptized. So yeah, strong lyrics right there.
Young motherfucker with a mad mind. Made a couple million off a rap line.
Yeah.
Y'all can't tell me nothing no more. Came from the basement, under that floor. You don't come close. You don't need to know I'm the GOAT. You don't need to know how I go, cause you know what you want.
Okay.
All I wanna do is the most. Backflip off the rope, sky hook when I'm in the post. You're my girl, too clutch to choke.
I'm not even gonna get into too clutch to choke. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm gonna leave that.
Hey, okay, well, I'ma be here for a while longer than I did expect to. I was out of town, getting lost till I was rescued.
Oh, I like those
I'm in the
vocals.
clouds, come down when I run out of jet fuel. I was out of town, getting lost till I was rescued. Now I'm in the clouds, come down when I run out of jet fuel. but I never run out of jet fuel.
It's just drugs. The jet fuel is the drugs. He doesn't let himself run out. Doesn't let himself run out because those drugs rescue him.
20 on the car that I don't whip. I don't even put it up the driveway. Throwing up shots like I don't miss. Never put a limit on the high stakes. Try to pull my car till I'm go fish. You ain't gonna find a line in my face. Calm down when I run out of jet fuel. But I never run out of jet fuel.
This reminds me of Self-Care a little bit on the with the melody. The first part of Self-Care.
I was out of town, getting lost till I was rescued.
Fade in your hands while you're waiting for me. I'm already there, dear. I mean, it just feels like we're talking about drugs here, and that like his life is in this person's like kind of hands because they maybe have to watch him. Like they're getting into some real, we're beyond weed here. I feel like at the end there, he's already gotten himself there. Like he's already gotten into the high. Anyway, I have so many thoughts, but we have 2 tracks left, so let's finish this album off. What an experience. 2009 is the track. What a time in life, 2009. We're at 2009. What happened in 2009? The Lakers won the NBA championship. That was a great time for me. Beat the Orlando Magic. What else happened in 2009? That's just that. That's the only thing that matters. And the song. Oh, strings. Yes. What? This is beautiful. What is this? This is like Beauty and the Beast right here. What kind of Disney film tragic love story instrumental is that? Just like beautiful piece there.
Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door.
Does he have doubts in 09?
Jump in to swim.
Yeah.
Well, the light was dim and this light was sin. Now every day I wake up and breathe. I don't have it all, but that's alright with me.
Oh, I like
Take
this.
it nice and easy. Took a flight to see me. Send you back home with a light that's beaming. The whole team about to figure it out. We ice cold, that's what winter about. And sometimes I wish I took a simpler route. Instead of having demons that's as big as my house. Have a ball with it, dribble and bounce. Cause the party ain't over till they kicking me out.
Man.
Isn't it funny? We can make a lot of money. Buy a lot of things just to feel a lot of ugly.
Wow, this is amazing. I don't want to stop this. I want to just this piano, this super simple just piano and added effects with just Mac with this really fun light cadence, but talking about some real stuff here. This 2009 is pivotal turning point for him. Pivotal turning point in his life and his career when it came to how he's gotten to where he's gotten today. I feel like we're touching on the positives of what he's gained in life and why how important it was that the turn happened in 2009, and he was able to see what's behind that door because he actually put his imagination to use and made the most of his abilities. But also there's also the negatives as well too, and he talked he wishes his what do you say? He wishes his depression. It's that like I wish sometimes I wish I took a simpler route instead of having demons that's as big as my house. So like he's literally saying right there what comes with all this money. Like he's high off of having all this shit and it's really great, but he also has to get high because of all this stuff. All of this that he's gained in life, where he is in life, a lot of it is so consequential to why he has to rely on substances. And he wished he took a simpler route that didn't lead him to having all the demons that are as big as his house. But he probably wouldn't have this house that's so big if it didn't come with these demons. If he didn't take the route that he did. You have a ball with a dribble and bounce, man. That's like cool too, because it sounds nice. Have a ball with a dribble and bounce, but it's also kind of like his spirit doesn't have any dribble and bounce, because that's kind of an interesting way to talk about depression in a different way. Isn't it funny? We can make a lot of money, buy a lot of things just to feel a lot of ugly. Plays right back into the demons with that house. Like, there's good and bad that comes with this. He's highlighting the good, but he's also highlighting the bad in this song.
Well, because I've never been this high before. It's like I never felt alive before. I'd rather have me peace of mind than war. You see me and you, we ain't that different. I struck the fuck out and then I came back swinging. Take my time to finish, mind my business. A life ain't a life till you live it. I was digging me a hole, big enough to bury my soul. Weight of the world, I gotta carry my own. With these arms, I can carry you home. I'm right here when you scared and alone.
Wow,
and I ain't never in a hurry. You don't never gotta worry. Even when it's 7:30 and the time is running low. When your heart get cold, see what's behind all them unturned stones. And
this is one of the top 3 songs in the album, top 3 or 4. There's some really great songs. We're so deep into the album, I gotta go back to that first half, and some of those are really, really up there. But this is up there with those. This is the kind of song, and again, Mac, I'm assuming Mac didn't get to tour this album because, tragic timing, but this is the kind of song that if you were able to hear it live and you were in the presence of Mac while he was performing it live, I can see you as a fan like shouting, screaming these lyrics right back, just tears rolling down your face, full on feeling every single word. There's something about this song that just gets right up inside of you, and you feel all the light and the dark of it.
Pro when it come to my job, but really I'm just trying to start believing in God.
The way his
now when it gets hard, I don't panic, I don't sound the alarm.
There's a sense of calm in his voice, but there's also this emotion in his voice as well.
I don't need to lie no more. Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door. I don't need to lie no more. Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door.
Yeah, man, you get behind that door of your potential, and you don't stay inside the lines anymore. You go outside the lines. You take risks because you deep dive into the water, which I think he said earlier on the song, which goes into the swimming. Which, again, this whole album is so fucking cohesive in that way. He took that risk in 2009, and now he knows what it looks like when he maximizes his potential. So he's gonna take it if it's his. I love this song. Holy shit. And we get the outro king back at it with another minute of just straight up sonic bliss. Can't end that song. Soak it in, baby. I really love this album. I'm not about to cry during this though. No. It's kind of, I can feel it coming. And we just got one more song. This is a celebration. Not to sit here and cry, even though I kind of want to. That's one of my favorite songs ever. So, and it's always self-care though. All right, let's finish off the album, guys. So It Goes.
Yeah.
Honestly, that could have closed the album. That could have closed the album kind of perfectly. So I'm curious to see how So It Goes goes.
You could have the world in the palm of your hands, you still might drop it. And everybody wanna reach inside your pockets. I tell them red light, stop it. Shit, that give me more headaches than alcoholics. There was nothing in my wallet, just a lot of dreaming. I built a crib on top of the promised land, we'll call it even. It's like in every conversation we the topic. This narcissism more like narcotics, so it goes.
Oh, this narcissism's more like narcotics.
Well, everybody gather round. I'm still standing, sit down. Da, 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 da. So it goes. My eyes on the Enterprise. 9 lives, never die. Fuck a heaven, I'm still getting high. Never.
That's so tragic, man.
Never mind. Did I mention I'm fine? Cause
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm gonna let him get this pussy bar in here. The Mr. Glowing Cock. But yeah, man, just addiction is a disease. It's a disease, and I feel like this I have more thoughts at the end, but this album's
9 lives, never die.
Great
Fuck a
example.
heaven, I'm still getting high. Never mind. Did I mention I'm fine? Cause her pussy getting wetter when the weather dry. Clementine peeling off and everyone get left behind. I'm only 5'7", except I'm feeling like I'm 7'5", damn it.
Of course, you gotta outro the album. I love these outros. I just want those. Yeah, I just want like just the outros to every single song could probably make up, I don't know, another 15 minutes ish of music where it's just the music. There's no vocal going. It's just the music and the way he outros all these songs. And I could take that and have it be its own experience. I think that would legitimately be an out of body 15-minute experience. A lot of this album's an out of body experience. Feeling a lot of tingles because the cohesiveness of this album is incredible, where I feel connected to Mac in a way that I didn't expect to feel when I went into this. And that's because of the cohesiveness of this entire album. There's so much vulnerability. This is someone that so confident, but at the same time is dealing with so much. I was kind of saying it in the last track a little bit, but this album really is quite the depiction of why addiction is such a disease and depression is such a disease. And those two things go together hand in hand. You typically do not exist without the other. You are relying on that addiction and an aid for that depression, because Mac has earned everything he's gotten. The sense from this album is that he really wants to enjoy the fruits of his labor, but is dealing with so much. And I go back to the results of having this huge house, right? His demons are as large as that house. So he feels like he's drowning. He can't come out of that drowning. All his friends and I don't remember, I think it was Perfecto maybe, but his friends are on the surface of the water trying to call back to him saying, come back here, but he can't get out of the swimming. He just is gonna go on swimming because this is all he knows, and this is all he can really exist in this point of life. There's no really other way for him, and that perfectly captures what addiction is. There really is no other way for an addict, but at the same time they can be fully functioning. I think it's so profound on this album because Mac is so functional, but he's flying so much in this album, right? We are constantly flying and flying. and that flying feels like a very intense metaphor for what is these different substances that he's relying on, and at the same time keeping him, above the clouds. But it's not an actual sky at all. Feels like it's this body of water that actually equates to this drowning. And it's so weird because despite all of that very depressive, very real narrative that we're getting from this album, and you can really feel it at your core what this person's going through, there's still a lot of light on this album that I took away anyway. I also hear all this confidence, and it feels like someone who just has a vision for their future, and there's so much pride there, and well deserved. And at the same time, where it all leads to is just, it's so tragic, and it's such a real life story being told across an hour's worth of songs. And again, I go back to saying, really cannot believe how much closer I feel to this person, Mac Miller, after one album listen. And now I'm going through it was rushing towards me at the end of the album, particularly as we were getting to some of the outros at the end of the songs towards the back half of the album, that I feel so much closer to this person who's no longer here. And I don't really know what to do with that in this moment, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna say that I have an incredible urge to go listen to more of Mac's music. So if you guys would be kind enough to recommend what makes sense to listen to next, I really appreciate that, because I just want to feel even more connected to this person and this tremendous artist who made a project that I can't wait to re-listen and dive into some of these songs that I already feel like they're gonna have even deeper, more profound feeling on second, third listen somehow, some way. What an amazing experience this was. Mac Miller, Swimming. It's about damn time I listened to this thing. Thank you guys for joining me.